Hello guys and welcome to episode 5 of my Rimworld playthrough Modded Medieval series. Goodness me, that was a mouthful. But we are running a little bit since episode 4, and since I've been running 2 or 3 minutes just on full speed. So we decided to clear out our patch here from last episode where we designated some low priority farming jobs. If you're keeping up with my Emir series, I have that recorded way in advance. And while I do have this recorded in advance, I read all the comments, and I don't record this in too much of advance, so I can't listen to previous comments, if that makes sense. So when I see your comments come up for episode 3 or episode 4 or whatever, I can then utilize them in the next episode, if that makes sense. Whereas in other games, I've already recorded all the episodes, so while I like to see your comments, I can't really use the feedback until a new series. So I have seen comments about maybe cutting back on the amount of food we produce, and I 100% agree. And while I have then got these new farms set up here, I've set them to low priority, and I might even think about setting them back. I don't know. We've got Justin, and he's really good at the planting, and he's getting look how rapidly his skills going up. So he's doing really good, but we do need more jobs elsewhere. But actually saying that, even with all these jobs, Circling is still working on just getting timber. Richard's in a daze, but once he's in a daze, he's probably only going to get a little bit of cooking done and get some research done. So if Justin didn't have all these farming jobs, he wouldn't really have much to do, which is why I don't have too much of a problem while we're heading into close to winter of stocking up our warehouse, because our warehouse has plenty of space, and it's not like any of it's refrigerated, so you can just keep piling more and more up. Okay, so what we can see here, Richard is now actually starting to turn the granite into some granite blocks. That's already 20 from one stone. Cooking table, granite blocks. Get this. Put it right behind Cummings here. So we can actually get this. We've got 60 timber. The reason so we don't have 20 granite blocks because it's not actually in storage. But that is obviously 20 granite blocks right there. So the cooking table, I don't know how much more effective it is. Work speed factor 100%. What's the work speed factor of the campfire? 32%. So this is far better than the campfire. That's going to save us a lot of time. I don't know if it doesn't think about the chances of getting food poisoning. I don't think it does, but it definitely is going to increase the speed. Because look how slowly it takes to make simple meals. So getting this is a massive priority. So Richard, get on with it. Let's get it made now. Richard's hopefully not going to mess this up. We'll get this. That's going to save us a lot of time. Again, Justin's day is just filled with planting new seeds and harvesting these crops. He's almost hit level 11. Came in at level 9, he's almost at level 11 after just a day or two. That's how quick he is with these two passions in planting. But with the cooking table now, I can actually toggle alternate fueling off and set the fuel, get rid of manufactured. I don't want my timber being, I saw that was happening. They were actually using the timber to fuel it, which is obviously terrible. So I only want my wood to be used. And then add bill, quick simple meal, and then do until we have, let's say 10. That should be good. No. Because we don't have any refrigeration, the simple meals spoil really quickly compared to how fast these ones spoil. So actually, I only want 5. I think 5's good. What I'm actually going to do also is set up a stockpile right next to our stone cutting and timber making for just stone and timber, because they're having to constantly keep walking the whole way. If I just get rid of all of this, turn this all off, they have to keep walking the whole way to deposit their cut stone or timber. Whereas if I just put it here, it will save quite a lot of time. And then I can also set the priority for timber, and I can set the priority to preferred, so that hopefully put it here instead of putting it here. Here we go. Nice, that's going to save us a bit of time. Justin has already come in, and he's been a really valuable member of the team. Again, ugly cannibal, but we all have our faults, and Justin's certainly making up for them. How good he's been on the farming side. And Cummings here, he's got 1.8 resistance left. So with 1.8 resistance left, probably a day or two's time, and he'll be one of our new members. And again, not particularly very good at anything we majorly need, but he can help us with research. And also, once we start getting some smelting tech unlocked, I don't actually think where that is. I don't actually know. But it'll be somewhere in the tree. We can obviously then use him to to mine all the ores. Something that's very strange is they pick up one log at a time to make one timber. That's really annoying me because you can see picks up one log at a time and makes one timber drops off. That is extremely inefficient. So I'm not sure how we can resolve that. Maybe we're gonna have to just stuff in some space here just for not for any. Don't have to specify wood, but we can just get rid of food. Get rid of food. And there we go. And then that should mean that they're going to bring in all this wood that's just set outside. And it's deteriorating because it's raining and outdoors. Okay, not good. We have got another raid, but nothing too crazy. Golden dag with just cloth. Soft fur and then a vest. But yeah, nothing we can't handle. This is easy stuff, easy stuff. So, got guys here. I know how quickly those raids... Actually, no, this guy is just standing around, not attacking, so we've got plenty of time. I'm not going to bother turning my guys on draft just yet. Here we go, that sped it up. You can see Circle Line's now picking up one log, instantly dropping off, so now not spending not half the time, 90% of the time, wandering around having to pick up one log at a time. But we can see the brigand making his attack. So let's put our guys on draft and get ready to face this nasty man. I've got everyone with their weapons equipped again. Let's see how they do. So we've got a dodge, 3 dodges, or 2 dodges. But it hits, instantly down. Not dead, not dead. 9 hours, plenty of time. So, that's enough time that actually we can get him healed up and rescued. So let's get Justin to capture him. And then we can get Richard to heal him up. So that is then 2. And look, Cummings is on 0.1 resistance. So actually, very, very shortly, we can get Cummings in the tribe. Oh, we've actually got a prison bed here. So Richard's healing him up. Amazing. With him being healed up, we can set recruit here. Now we're just going to go to recruit him as well. So that's potentially 2 new settlers. See how quick we're making the timber now that I've streamlined the production system with just by moving the logs over. Instantly we're getting loads and loads of timber. So what furniture can we make? Make all the basic Rimworld furniture. And actually my people are always whining about having no tables. So let's get small little table somewhere in here with 2 stools. That way they can't whine about not having anywhere to sit. So let's get this prioritized so they can whine a bit less. And we need beds next. I don't think we can actually make any beds yet. Only the tables and the plant pots. Let's actually get a little plant pot just so we can boost the mood a little bit. Got a mad rat, for goodness sake. Actually rescue this goat, rescue it like it's a living thing, but let's take this golden dag so we actually have something there to have for our... Well, we've got the pitchfork here, but the golden dag will be better. There we go, just a little rat. What was that rat thinking? We've now got that, and actually it's not diseased, we can eat that for dinner. One thing I was about to say one thing in the construction. One thing that Cummings has is construction with a passion. And the passion is huge. One passion is huge because it takes you from 30% learning to, or 35% learning to 100%. The extra passion only takes you up to 40%. So that first passion is huge. And with 100% learning skill in construction, you'll obviously get pretty good at it pretty fast. So, a lot of mods I've got to do with defense. Some are from the Overhaul mod itself, but some are actually standalone mods. You can see with raw wood, we can make cavalry spikes. We can make trenches. We don't even have to have any materials for trenches. We can make spike traps. Obviously, spike traps are default Rimworld, but we can make some wooden spike traps. We can make barricade. Again, barricades actually, we're not facing many ranged people at the moment. But the wooden cavalry spikes, you know, just a few here and there. But the trenches, I can get Cummings once we hire him. Once he joins us, I can get him to make us loads of trenches. That will boost his construction skill quite a bit. And then we can have a dedicated builder with Cummings doing that. And then also, obviously, the trenches gives us some defense because we can read here. A basic unreinforced ditch that obstructs movement. Requires only labor to construct but can be collapsed by damage. So basically, we can funnel attacking enemies into choke points so we can have all our guys dealing with them. Obviously, that's not very good if they have ranged units because then those ranged units are going to shoot us from afar. But if we get raided by a huge amount of people, we only let's say have 5 of us, because we can set up a choke point. that has 5 versus 2, we can just dominate them. So I want to get these trenches built all around, as is an early form of a palisade almost. But saying that, you can actually build palisades with raw wood. So why don't we build some palisades, build trenches around the palisades, like a moat, but just not filled with water. I'm not sure if that's actually what. I'm not sure if it's called a moat if it's not filled with water. It might just be called a ditch. But we can get that, the palisade made, and the trench next to the palisade, just so that they can't destroy the palisade. And then we can set those choke points. And then we could also set up like barricades, so we can, if we ever get any ranged units, we can have them protected. So let's actually, oh brilliant, we've got him in. So with him in, let's get that started now. We've got so much wood, and we can chop down more trees quite easily. So let's get, well they are very expensive though, but let's get, yeah, the palisades. And then, if they attack from the river, we should hopefully be fine. We can see here, wooden gate is still just 35 timber. So let's get that in. So we've got the gate, we've got the palisades, and then we can get the trenches made around. So I don't think we can make trenches in the rock here. So that's obviously a weak point in our defence. We can get the trenches made around here. So if we find that they do come to these weak points where we don't have the trenches, that's absolutely fine. We can then just obviously send soldiers there instead. But now with this, we've got some basic wall setup. And actually, they're built pretty quick. Richard, what's his crafting construction? 7. Not too bad. Justin, oh, sorry. I must have forgot. Justin's construction is double passion with a 6. So I can have Cummings and Justin working on this. So let's set Cummings things up now. So we're going to have him obviously mining, quarrying. He's pretty good at intellectual, so let's get him a 2 on that. Cleaning 1, hauling 2, crafting 2. So this is a 3 actually. Tailoring 2. Here we go. And then construction, I'm going to set him as a 4, but I'm going to bring Richard. I'll leave Richard as a 2, because I want Richard always to warden and clean first. Okay, so let's say it's a 3. There we go. So now they should all be helping out with that. And we've got some basic defences up. So this is a major milestone for us. We've got 4 settlers. We've got some basic defences being set up. We've now got huge amounts of food. Look at all the amount of food we've got here. So with all that food, I think we can step back from the growing as much, and we can get some more research done. And look how happy these people are at the little table. They're all having a wonderful time at the party. What a delightful time. Oh goodness, we've got a fight here between Cummings and Diddles. And actually, even though he's had his left eye right, what? He's had both his eyes cut out and his ear chopped off, and he's absolutely whopping Cummings. That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. So he's blind and half deaf, and yet he's absolutely beating the crap out of Cummings. So let's put an end to this by having Richard Jordan as well to beat up Diddles. And hopefully, this was just a minor misunderstanding, and we can all be friends once again. Oh my goodness, it's still not down. Ow. Knocked out. Cracks, bruises, everything. And Cummings is actually pretty injured. Not bleeding or anything like that, but pretty beaten up. And I'm also not going to use any... Even though, yes, I do want Diddles to join us, I'm not going to use any medicine on him, just because we don't have that much anymore. We only have about 17. So... But yeah, we see Cummings started that. Cummings, if we look at his bio, he's very depressive and bloodlust. Wow. Okay, so we need to watch out for him then. But I'm going to equip him with a weapon. I'm going to get him to get the good and dag. Now we have 4 armed people. Oh my goodness. I wondered why his face was so weird looking. It's because he actually has no eyes. So Rimworld hasn't given him any eyes. He's just got a blank face. That is so freaky to look at. What the hell? But yes, Diddles, the blind and almost deaf, beaten up man. He is being recruited, and he's actually got 2.9 resistance. So even all that beating up by Richard and Cummings has actually broken his resistance, it seems, and he's close to joining us. Bit of Stockholm syndrome's there, so it doesn't really matter. He's on his way to join us. Malnourished though, but hopefully Richard will wake up and give him a bit of food. We can actually see here, yeah, look at this. Cummings working all the crafting. We've got Circle Line here making some granite blocks for us. So the granite blocks, what else can we use for them? Because I usually in Rimworld make my walls added granite blocks. But now we've got the palisade walls. Thinking, what can I make them out of? So we've got. Can't make it. We can make them out of. We can make floors for them. I don't really want to do that. Quarry platform. Okay, so this is all the quarrying that we've got. And this will obviously get a stone to make more blocks. So we can obviously use the stone blocks to make a castle at some point, but that's very far into the future. I'm not going to make a castle for quite some time because that'll take a lot of resources. All the stone blocks needed, all the walls needed, all the furniture. So I want to focus on research to them. But getting a good stock of timber is useful because I want to make doors and stuff like that. How much timber did I actually tell them to make? If I can actually select it. 610. Let's bring that down to 210 for now, because 210 seems like plenty. And with that done, that means that Cummings can focus on more useful things like the research. Obviously, I'm not trying to say that making timber isn't useful, but we don't need that much timber at the moment. Yeah, that is my biggest thing at the moment, is just getting the research, because I feel like we're hitting a point now where we've almost capped at what we've got available. We're getting our walls made, all our security, we've got all our food. We've got food production going well, but we don't have any tailoring available. We don't have any we can make drying racks, but we can't actually, make any leather stuff. And put the drying racks outside over here. So let's get 2 drying racks. We can't, we're not being that efficient with the fields compared to what we could do if we had basic agriculture. So we really just need the tech, which simply means we need people researching. So we need to get these jobs completed. So that's why I think actually it's important that I get that 210 and I can get Cummings on research instead. But that's only a researching spot, which you can see here is half the speed of a normal research bench. I don't actually know how we make a research bench, so we'll have to deal with that really crappy research spot for the time being. But I'm happy with how little barony of Redwood is developing. We've obviously got our 4 people. Farming's going brilliantly. Holding for all the raids. So far, these raids have all been very, very easy. And I can't lie, I am on, I think, I can't remember, not Strive to Survive, that's a really hard difficulty, but I'm on the decent difficulty of, I think it's Rough World, or whatever it's called. The average Rimworld experience. It's like I'm on an easy difficulty. So the raids have been pretty toned down, I feel. But I'm worried now that we're getting more and more people. These raids will become really, really difficult. So we do need to prepare for them. Okay, so that's all 210 timber made. So now we've got nobody on the crafting side. We've got all our granite blocks. We've got all our timber made. So we're now doing good. And actually, Prisoner Diddles, he's had his resistance broken. Diddles is now close to be. Oh, look at that! 6 melee, 6 shooting, both are passionate. Pretty damn good. He can't do any caring, but that doesn't really matter. We've already got 2 other doctors. But crafting 11 with 2 passions in it. Crafting's going to be a major part of our settlement. We're going to need all the ores smelted. We're going to need the ingots turned into tools or weapons. We're going to need clothes made from all our cotton. We're going to need the cotton actually turned into cloth. We're going to need our leather dried and tanned and then turned into usable items, leather clothes or whatever. So all the crafting jobs are really, really important in this medieval mod. So to get Diddles in with level 11 times 2 is going to be brilliant. Amazing stuff. For this, our first trenches are being made, and almost all the wall is being constructed actually. Apart from this left side, the right side has only got this one little bit left. And we've got Diddles to assist us now. So we've got plenty of food for our 5 colonists, or 5 settlers I want to call them, not colonists. So we don't need to worry too much about that. And Justin's been really, really good in getting all that. So Diddles, let's set his priorities up. We obviously want him to focus on crafting. Focus on cleaning as well afterwards. No research though from Diddles. Bed rest. Basic. No hunting. Handling none. So yeah, really it's that simple. We'll set 4 for quarrying. Yeah, that's Diddles set up. Does he have any intellectual? No, doesn't have any intellectual bonuses. So yeah, we'll leave him like that. Really is just the crafting side for Diddles. Well actually, does he have any other passions? No, just the melee shooting and crafting. He's a slow learner as well, so he's a bit of a moron, but that's fine. He's only got minus 75%, which actually means he only has a 25% learning factor, which is really, really slow. But for crafting, he's obviously got the double passion, so pretty good. And I'm thinking, what can I actually get him on at the moment, crafting-wise? We've already got our stone cutting. We've already got our timber making. Can't make any cloth at the moment. So yeah, I think we've already done as much as we can. So guys, our wall is complete. That is the final bit of the palisade done. We've got our gate. We've got our trenches starting to be made. We've now got 5 colonists. Diddles is spending a lot of time resting because he's still absolutely just destroyed from that fight from Cummings and Richard. So he is recovering. But Sir Richard, he's getting closer to the title of Baron, going from himself to now 5 people, including himself. Obviously, a normal Baron would rule over thousands of people, but Richard, he doesn't need thousands of people. He gets the job done with a small amount of people. And clear. It's very, very clear. We've got our palisade set up. We've got our first defences. We've got the trench, maybe about a quarter of the way. Well, actually, not a quarter of the way done. It's barely started. We can see a few pieces built every now and then. So getting the trench on the way. Farming's doing really, really good. We have a lot of food. Look at that, 1,300 rice. But we are going to go into winter soon where it's not going to grow in time. And you can already see by that, these ones have not been grown because we've got smart harvesting on. So it won't be planted unless they are going to grow before they die of the cold. But because the game said, actually, no, we don't have enough time, we can see these crops haven't been replanted. So we are getting closer to winter. But on that note, guys, I'm going to end episode 5 there. We've got 2 new settlers in this episode. That's huge. We've defended off a raid. We've started to get into a little bit more production. We can see here our wooden drying rack, which is actually 69% complete. And I don't actually know what the we've got a raccoon hide there. I don't know what the next process is in this game once you've got the hide that's dried. I don't know if you have to tan it or if that dried hide is then actually usable straight away. I'm not sure, but we've got that. We've got our heel root set up. We've got some berries there. Yeah, things going brilliantly. So if you're enjoying the series, then please do consider subscribing, just to let me know that you are enjoying it, or write a comment, whatever you want. And please leave a like if you've enjoyed the episode. But thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in episode 6. Ta-ra.